Let me take a seat right here. And I know I look like crap, whatever. I always do. I don't go out of my way to, but I kind of just stopped caring. I kind of just stopped caring about the things that I used to on this channel. Because people are people, man. And all the gimmicks that people do, creators do, things to get views and likes and stuff like that. I think my scars are showing. I just lost interest, and I always wanted to be about the message. And I've been dropping a few videos this weekend, and this one was on my mind off a dream that I had and things going on in the world, so let's get to it. It's crazy to me, and this is kind of going off of the last thing that I uploaded. And what I mean by that, I don't worry anymore, because 5 or 6 years ago, while everybody was up, I was down. Do you remember around, the COVID, when people were getting paid to stay home, people getting the extra money, the tax rebates and stuff like that. Like, I owe child support. I didn't see that money. The unemployment, I got that, but, people getting those checks in the mail, life was good. But when life was good for everybody, it was terrible for me. I was going through it. And it's one of the reasons why I was able to survive, because the world hadn't gone to SHIT. I was quietly suffering in silence, figuring out where I was going to park to sleep at night, figuring out how I was going to get a job, figuring out that no one really cared, figuring out that I'm all alone, figuring out how loud it is to cry in your car, and figuring out that when the chips are down, nobody's around. It's all life, like, I don't take it personally. People say that what doesn't break you makes you stronger. Yeah, in a sense that does, but you got to live with that. It stays with you. If you look at what's going on in the world now, this is why I give it to God. I mean, God came for me, and I haven't really talked about that story. But how bad are you struggling right now? Like, I wonder if people, like, when I go to work, right? There's people talking about buying a house. Where's that going to happen? Like, do you know the criteria that you need to meet to buy a house? There's people with 800 plus credit scores making damn near 6 figures or more that don't get approved. So what house are you trying to buy? There's people that are having kids. People at my job having kids. Oh man, I'm so happy for you. And in terms of the human race, like, yeah, that's a great thing. But economically, realistically, what type of world do we live in, or what type of future do you see that you would want to bring a kid into this? Like, that's kind of selfish. And I'm not being closed-minded about it either. I'm talking about, look at the present and look at the future. Look at what's happened in the last 20, 30 years, but look at what's happened in the last 5. Like, you do know that these people are going to crash. Like, this cannot hold out. Like, if you knew how bad these evil corporations, what they really have in store for us, you heard all the expressions, you will be happy and own nothing. What was it, Carlin? It's called the American Dream because you'd have to be asleep to... Like, we already know all this. I'm not here to recite things that you guys already know. But come on, man. Like, if you knew how bad things were truly going to get, and I said this years ago, I said what was going to happen. No one believed me. Cash is king. I'm like, you're retarded. Excuse my language. No, it's not. This currency is toilet paper to wipe your butt. But we still use it, so use it to your advantage while you can. When everything goes digital, that's control. You've already seen what people do now with the power. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Like, we know all these expressions. We've seen it. Like, if you knew how bad that they want you to suffer by creating the problem and offering the solution, you wouldn't go to work and you wouldn't pay taxes tomorrow. Like, if every last person just stopped what they're doing, not to protest, no more protests. Protests don't work. No more voting. Voting doesn't work. Like, you have to have action, and you have to be able to understand that there's repercussions for that action. But in the long term, even if you suffer now, maybe future generations can benefit later. But people aren't even having kids now, so, what does future generations look like? The people that are already here. Because people in my age bracket, this is it. Like, I've lived a great life. The only thing I have left to do is stand up, live for something greater than myself, the cornerstone of my channel, and run into the open arms of the Lord Jesus Christ himself. It's what I live for. Like, I know the trajectory of my life here. And I keep telling y'all from the moment I started this channel, from the name that I called myself, because I first had my first name and last name, then I changed it to what it is now. And the only reason I do not put abuse in the name is because I can't fit it in the name. What's my name? Welcome back to the channel. Jared, the 20-year recovering sex addict, 20-year recovering abusive sex addict, no filters, no edits, no redos, the channel that is not in YouTube's algorithm, the channel that never asks you to like, comment, subscribe. I don't want a damn dollar from y'all. Unless I'm forced to take something, I don't want it. I don't care if I never get to 800 subscribers, if I lose subscribers, gain subscribers. As long as I'm true to myself and I help out the people that I can, I've done my job. I don't want to be like anyone else. I'm not shaming anyone. You do what you need to do to make this money, but if you're an adult out here with the way things are going, you have a duty, you have a responsibility to keep it a buck and understand that there are people in need. There are young ones, teens, children, whatever it is, that need our help right now. Because they're effed, man. I don't care how much our mothers and fathers, I don't have family. People say how it used to be. This is some new stuff going on out here. The world is not the same that we were brought up in, that your parents were brought up in. And the younger generation got sold a raw deal. This is not going to end well. I've told y'all time and time again. I've tried to tell people. It'll hit the biggest cities first. It doesn't matter in what form the collapse comes. But all these things that they keep telling us, first there's the price of living, of groceries, of gas, of cars, of homes, wars, rumors of wars. All these things, right? Truth be told, if you look at remember when the stuff was in the sky? Remember the drones? Remember the stuff coming out the water? Like, it doesn't matter what it is that I'm referring to. Look at how many events that keep you stuck in fear. Stuck in this stranglehold of worry. And every event that happens, It's all just a distraction while the world keeps getting worse and you do nothing. Like the average person goes to work and you're involved in conversations that mean absolutely nothing. And it's not your fault. I'm not shaming anyone. I'm just saying everything that's going on is designed to just take up your time. And the slow, subtle program of everything collapsing, if they just bombard you with negativity, you never come to the fullest realization that, hey, this is all just a distraction while things just keep getting worse. Like you have to look at everything from the top down. And once they saw that trial run of put this in your vein or you can't work, they knew that they got you. They knew that if we mandate this and tell you this, look at how crazy of a life in the world that we live in right now. To, hey, don't work, stay home, you can't go out, and if you do, wear a fart smeller. I call them fart smellers because you're breathing your own exhaust gas. And stay 6 feet from this people. Oh yeah, you can't graduate, you can't visit your parents, you can't go see this person if they don't have it. That was the start of all of this. Now, don't get me wrong. They were doing wrong way before this has been going on, but this was the test, and we failed. I mean, I didn't go for it, but I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm just saying I'm one of very few people that called it out, and then was willing to lose his job to try to tell people, and then got outed for it. But look at everything that's going on now. Look at the world that we live in. It's changed so much, but people keep doing the same things. And you can't apply old rules to a new world order. I've released countless videos on like, where do you stand? This is what's going on. BRICS, the devaluation of the dollar. Look, we're past that. It's not about us anymore. It's about the kids. When I sit there and say that I probably won't be around in the next 5 or 10 years, it's not because I have a death wish. It's because I'm not living on my knees for anyone. And what type of world are we actually going to be living in that you even want to be in? You want to fight and survive in a world that don't care about you? And people don't care about you? I told y'all to leave the cities. Where do you think this is going to affect the most people? It'll be in the inner cities. It'll be in the big cities. That's why I tried to move to the country, and this is not the end-all, be-all. It could happen here, but I can tell you right now, the way of life in the mountains and the country is way different than the people, the pressure cooker in those cities. From the billionaire bunkers being made, to all the farmland being bought up by China and you know who, Bill Gates. It's just going to get flagged if I go into detail. They know where this is going. You know about the 15-minute cities. Like, why is this not getting through to anyone? I don't say this in real life. I come on here and I tell y'all because you sound like the crazy person in real life when you say all this. People make fun of me until it happens. And I'm not the one to say I told you so. I just wanted to come on here and talk with y'all and get it out. And the main reason I'm saying that is because the stuff that I went through a few years ago while everyone was up, Everyone was out while they were just printing out this money that caused the drastic inflation that happened. I tried to tell people there's no such thing as free money. You're going to pay for this on the back end. But the stuff that I went through that made me persevere and got me to this point are now the same things I see affecting almost everyone in America and overseas. They're all struggling. And I don't even know if I would have gotten through that time if the world hadn't gone to crap. But now it has. It's not fully there yet. But it's the quiet crash out that's happening in silence. But you see it online. People talk about it. I don't have those platforms because I don't care for TikTok and Snap and Instagram. All that stuff just rots your brain. But look at what's going on. What can you possibly tell your kids and future generations to come about prospering in America? It's not going to happen. But I tell you what will happen. The fall of this country will happen probably in my lifetime. I just don't really care to stick around to see it. But with the time I do have, I will speak out. I will speak up against it. Because I live for the Most High God. I don't live for this. None of this is real. I think this is all just a test. And where's your moral line in the sand? Because them orders that we following, them people ain't got no morality, man. They do not care about you. They want a country of enslavement. We're already pretty much there. But these people are truly evil. Truly demonic. They derive pleasure from your suffering. And they get rich at the same time, too. Anyway, man, this is too long. I hope y'all enjoy the day. Sorry for this dreary doom and gloom. But this is the world that we live in, man. Because you keep following orders and thinking that it's going to get better. But nothing gets better when both sides are in bed with each other. You know my name, you know my slogan. Discernment over delusion. Live and stand for something greater than one's own self-gratification, man. I love y'all. I love y'all. Blessings to each and every one of y'all. I'm out.